So this is at-home videos, you guys. I'm not made for this. So my first step in getting unready is to slip on this super cute, where's this from? It's from Slip. I love Slip. Okay, hold on. Never looks cute going on. Okay, so first off, I wash my hands. I've definitely gotten more conscious about that since being in quarantine, but also, I don't know, I'm such a germaphobe. Like, I feel like you touch so many things and there's so much like dirt and oil and stuff like that. So I never like to touch my face until I've washed my hands, so BRB. Now that I have clean hands, I always start, I never do a pre-cleanse. This is all I ever need. This is my favorite cleanser ever. I have really dry skin. I do get a little oily, kind of like in here and here, a little bit in here, but it's so hard for me to keep my skin hydrated. I have to go to like the ultimate, like I have to do the most just to keep my skin hydrated. So this cleansing oil is literally like the consistency of like a light olive oil. It's so oily. It is so good for my skin. I find that like I don't get blackheads, I don't get anything, and it just melts my makeup off like nothing. You see that? Ooh, baby. I love that shit. So I do this before I take my eye makeup off. I don't know why. There's no real reason. Watch, you guys are gonna see me go from eyebrows to no eyebrows. I have such blonde eyebrows. Does anybody else have this? Like around the edge of your eyebrows, they're really light? Because when I get them tinted every once in a while. I'm like, oh my God, I have eyebrows. My whole life I thought I didn't have eyebrows, but it just turns out that they're like selectively really blonde. I forgot to say this at the start, but if I count this, I think this is a 12-step nighttime routine. It's a little excessive, but I'm getting a little fancy for you guys because I want to show you the full extent of my nighttime routine. I've said that I don't use makeup wipes in the past. What I meant is I don't use it on my skin. I definitely need makeup wipes to get all of my eye makeup off. And you can see my little individual lashes falling. If I'm going for like a full look, what I do, as you can see, is I wear like 3 little individual lashes just on the corner, just to give you that little bit of like a lift at the corner of the eye. These are my absolute favorite makeup removing wipes. The Neutrogena Makeup Remover Cleansing Towelettes. Every other makeup removing wipe I try to use, it makes my eyes hurt. Maybe their towels are really rough, maybe their solution's just not very strong, but I find myself like rubbing my eyes to the point that they hurt. Next up, once I've got my eye makeup off, is this unbelievable serum, Dr. Barbara Sturm Molecular Cosmetics Hyaluronic Serum. As you can tell, I'm almost completely out. I use this stuff night and day, and I use it just directly following my cleansing ritual. Saying it like I'm super fancy, my cleansing ritual. And I always put it on the back of my hand because I have this weird thing, look at that, so nice. I have this weird thing where I feel like if I put it in my palm, it like sinks into my palm. I don't know if that's true or I'm making it up, but I kind of start on my cheeks, and I work my way up. I don't understand how people do that thing where they like squeeze it into their palms and then they like rub them together and then they just like pat it. I'm always like, my OCD kicks in. I'm like, there's no way that you're getting it everywhere it needs to go. I just let that kind of sit for a minute. It's a little jelly, but it's so nice. It like makes it feel so like moist and plump. I don't even know what hyaluronic serum does. I just know that you are absolutely supposed to work it into your skincare routine. So what is that, step 3? Are you guys counting at home? So while I'm waiting for that to sink in, I will brush my teeth. I've been using this really cute toothbrush lately. I picked it up just before quarantine. Quip. How cute is this? It's just like a little... I have this really big problem with like massive plug-in electronic toothbrushes. Something about them makes me not want to use them. I'm like, it's too much, I can't commit. But I always like to buy those like $5 toothbrushes. They just feel nicer. I don't know. So this is like a cute little blend for me. Next up, I've been using lately, just since quarantine, this Mario Badescu Vitamin C Serum. Do you ever feel like there's a product mentioned in the world by somebody that you see and then suddenly it's everywhere? Vitamin C serum was that for me. All of a sudden it's just everywhere. I started using it because I heard it was really good for cell turnover. I could be totally making that up. I'm gonna end up on one of those like esthetician reviews, Dove Cameron skincare routine. She's like, no, that's not what it does. But I do know it's really good for anti-aging. They say it's really good for skin brightening, which I can get a little dull, especially if I'm really short slept or like I've been inside for a month and a half or something. After I have put my first serum on, I will let it sit there for a minute. And then I learned this trick on set when I was like 18 years old on a movie. Basically, I was working with this makeup artist who used to be an esthetician, and she insisted on taking our makeup off every night because she said that she was responsible for the state of our skin and she didn't want to be covering up zits. And I was like, I'm not gonna complain. You do your thing. But she took our makeup off every night, and then she put some serums in, and what she would do, the first time she did it, I was like, what the f is happening? But she would work her way up our face and sort of like softly slap us with her fingertips. And she said it just brought blood flow to the surface and it helped the serum seep in. Maybe she was just taking out her aggression on us. I don't know. I still do it. It kind of feels nice, weirdly. After that, I will quickly follow with this Creme Riche Velvet Moisturizing Cream from Tata Harper. As you can tell, I love it so much. I'm basically out. It's super, super rich. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like, I always say it's like pancake batter. It smells unbelievable. And I just put it a little bit to my face so I don't waste any. I know approximately how much I'm gonna use and I don't want it to go to waste. And I just work it in all over. I put it on top of my eyes as well. I always see people skip their eyelid and that freaks me out. I mean, this skin is just as thin as this skin, right? We should be giving it just as much attention. Oh my God, it smells so amazing. I'm like getting sleepy because this is my every night routine. Having like a Pavlovian response. Okay, after that, I go in with this unbelievable Sturm eye cream. As you guys can tell, I'm a big Barbara Sturm fan. Look, it's like Jello. Can you see it bouncing? No, I'm just being weird. Why am I getting so quiet? It's like an ASMR video now. And I just put it just probably like a pretty good amount under my eyes. I'm a big eye cream fan. I don't know how different it is from regular moisturizer, but I enjoy it. It just kind of like reminds me to give my eyes some extra care. And I use this little roller. It's filled with rose quartz. I don't really think the rose quartz does anything, but it is cute. And I do think that the rolling effect helps get the product into the skin. And I'll sometimes even take it up like above my eyebrow, just because that area kind of deserves some extra attention. I really revel in my nighttime routine. Any kind of self-care act, like physical self-care act, I think is so important. I think when people talk about like spending time on taking care of yourself and equating it to vanity and calling vanity a negative thing, I think that that's really misinformed. I think that psychologically, giving yourself that extra time and attention improves your self-esteem and it improves your relationship with yourself, centers you, you know, makes you feel loved and valued. And I think that that's really important. I think that's really important for your life, and I think that's really important for your mental state. I'm getting lost. This is a therapy session now. We're gonna talk really softly and we're gonna talk about our feelings. So next up, after I've done my moisturizer, I know that people go back and forth on kind of the order of steps, but what works best for me is I will end with straight up vitamin E oil. Now I got this on Amazon, so it actually is mixed with jojoba and avocado oil, but normally I would end with just a straight vitamin E oil because it's super, super intense. You see like a drop on my forehead, drop on my cheeks, a little dot on my nose, dot on my chin. I love to really saturate my skin with oil and product before I go to sleep so I can let it soak in overnight. Like I said in the beginning, I have very dry skin. And the most important thing about taking care of your skin so that you look good longer is moisture. A big thing for me is drinking lots of water because moisture is not just outside in, I would say it's mostly inside out. So I'll let that sit and do its thing, live its life. And while I do, this is just for me, this isn't really for anybody else. No one's like smelling me in my sleep except for maybe my boyfriend. But I love to put on this Rose Absolute oil just on my wrists. It is very strong, but it just smells unbelievable. I love rose scented things. I love lavender. I love actually gardenia scented things. Oh, lily scented things. Just anything floral. And like a straight essence of it. Bitch. This is the Cora Love for All Organics Heart Chakra Aromatherapy Oil. I love this stuff. I love to sleep in it. Lastly, second to last, I have to moisturize my lips before I go to bed because a bitch is dry. This is the Burt's Bees Hydrating Lip Oil. Again, oil-based. I love some oil. And it looks like a gloss. It's a little extra to go to bed, but it just stays on my lips for ages. So most nights that is where I will end my skincare routine. Lately, just since quarantine has started, I've been using this pure avocado oil just on a little brush like this, and I work it into my brows just a little bit to kind of like condition my brows and my lashes. I did not know that we were all supposed to be conditioning our brows and lashes like our hair. I mean, like, it makes sense, right? Like, we condition the hair on our head, moisturize our skin. Why wouldn't we? Why would we skip the lashes and brows, guys? And then if I want to go one step further, or I'm feeling like my skin is really, really dry, this is my ultimate beauty hack trick. This is something that I swear by, besides water and sleep, first and foremost, and staying out of the sun. This Lancome Multi-Action Ultra Lift Double Wrapping Cream Mask. This thing is unbelievable. I'm not affiliated with any of these brands, but I will put this on my face, and I don't know if you can tell, it comes in two. So it just like sits on your face and you sleep in it. Like, it will change your life. This one has cream, so it doesn't like drip all over the place. It's not messy. It's really like, it's like suctiony onto your face. I'll put that on and I'll go to sleep, and that's it. That's my whole thing. A lot of the time I'll have like a little melatonin before I go to sleep, or some nighttime tea, and I'll put my face mask on and I will stare at the ceiling for another 3 hours because I'm a terrible sleeper. But yeah, that's it. That's my nighttime routine. Thank you so much for getting ready to go to bed with me. I hope that you learned something new from my skincare routine. I love you guys so much. Stay strong, stay kind to yourselves, stay home, and I'll see you guys next time.